All right, guys, I got this fun build here. This is I'm calling it my infinite, uh, my infinite overdrive build, and this is damn near infinite overdrive meter here. If you're fighting any behemoth, if you're hitting it 100% of the time, like I'm about to show you here, you should be able to kill literally anything before your meter runs out. I clocked it in at, last time anyway, doing over 150,000 damage before my energy meter ran out on the training dummy here. And that's not including bonuses for Overpower or Assassin's Frenzy. So that's pretty bonkers, I think. Or tonics. So if you wanted to come in and swipe out something like, I don't know, maybe like a Cunning for Catalyst and run into Trials, you could theoretically for sure take something out super freaking quick. The whole benefit of this build is that you're running Valiant Overdrive instead of Avenging Overdrive. And while there's no difference in actual damage, they both do 60 to 80 AoE damage, which is scaled, of course, and gives you 20 attack speed. But the big difference here is that it grants you a Valor every 4 seconds. And when you're stacking that with the energy restoration of Recursive Hilt, which gives you 3 Valor over 9 seconds, which translates to 1 Valor every 3 seconds, you're now getting about 2 Valor every 3 seconds, or 3.5-ish seconds, something around that area. I don't want to do any exact math right now and pull up my calculator, but we got the Boreas Bond here, which is going to massively increase our DPS because it continuously generates frostbites. Can't talk sprites. While we're in our special, which is the whole battle. So that's going to do butt tons of damage, just like ridiculous. If you wanted to tweak it for shorter fights, you could probably stick on Pangar's Call, which might give you some more stagger damage, enough to get a stagger, but and it'll give you that burst damage. But definitely highly recommend the Boreas Bond for this. Conditioning isn't doing much for you, but that honestly doesn't matter because we're constantly generating stamina with our Recursive Hilt, because we're going to be popping Recursive Hilt like every couple seconds. You'll see, it's pretty ridiculous. I'll go over the perk summary here in a second. I'm running Discipline just as a quick way to counter, since we're not running Avenging Overdrive. Discipline's going to be our main way to boop at close range. If it's long range, don't feel bad. Pop your heavy attack hold, depending on what system you're on, to do your like air slash kind of attack. I forgot what it's called here. Let's pop open the move list. It's Blade Surge. That's it. Because that boops right there. It totally boops. So, and if you Blade Rush, I think it might boop, but you'll most likely trade with it. So definitely recommend Blade Surge for long range boops, like if frickin' Embermane's charging you or something. But definitely try to stick with the Discipline for the close range counters, especially because it gives you that extra buff there for getting that counter punch in. Now the Lantern is honestly a personal preference. You have really nothing buffing your Lantern cooldown or your Lantern itself, so you're not going to get a whole ton of damage out of just popping the Lantern for damage every once in a while. So for this particular case, I think the Shrike Zeal is best, because it's giving you essentially it's helping you keep your buff up longer. Because you're attacking faster, and the faster you attack, the faster you're restoring energy, so it's just good for that. And of course, increased DPS is always nice. since the main form of damage in this build is hitting stuff really fast. So just going to go over these gear pieces really quick. You can pause and check out all the cells and give yourself the exact cell layout if you want, but as per usual, all that matters is that the perk summary is the same. Berserker should be fairly obvious. We're building the shockwaves do not build stacks, but we are attacking very quickly with this build, so the stacks do build up very quickly. Cunning, of course, is always a must. Energized is very important on this build, very important. That's how we're able to stay in our overdrive for so long, our Valiant overdrive there. Overpower is extremely important for, I want to say if you're running anything that's not trials or heroic escalations or blazeworks, or even blazeworks, because this build is just really strong, especially because it's an ice build. A lot of the behemoths and blazeworks are fire. Well, maybe not a lot of them, but definitely the phalanx. But anyway, as long as you're not fighting something that's getting only 1 or 2 part breaks over the course of like a 5-minute fight, overpower is definitely the way to go. But keep in mind that also affects behemoths that get booped. So anything that has frequent boops like Shrike or Embermane or Nizyga are also getting huge benefits from this. So try to keep that on. If you really don't want to play Overpower, swap that out for Cascade. It's not too hard to do that. You just gotta swap out probably this and that right there, and stick in where is it? One of these. I'm struggling to remember now. Maybe it wasn't a glove, but I'm sure you could figure it out. It's not hard. Pred, of course, is massive damage increase. Try not to overcommit too much when a behemoth is taking a break for a second. It's always okay to roll and hit him a few more times and get your meter back up really quick. It's totally worth it in the long run. So we got Assassin's Frenzy here, of course. Again, getting those part breaks. Highly recommended this for doing anything that's not trials or heroic escalations or blazeworks, because it's just going to help you shred behemoths. That's another thing you can swap out for some catalyst there. And then conditioning is, of course, with the weapon. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show you how long you can keep this up for, and it's pretty ridiculous. So I'm just going to build up my initial meter here, and then I'm going to reset my DPS gauge. And wait a second. And then, so there's going to be a combo here, and since I'm really bad at explaining things in detail and doing things at the same time, I'm going to explain this first. When you do your ether dash and you dash, that counts as the first attack animation of a light combo. So instead of having to dash and then hitting light 3 times, you only have to dash and then hit light twice, and that will finish the combo and generate you your extra Valor point. So for the most part, our combo is going to be very straightforward. It's going to be light, dash, light, dash, light. And when you first start off, you could easily get away with 2 triple light combos and then a light dash. So I'm going to do that here, and you're going to see that I'm going to have what seems like infinite stamina for a long time, and then eventually it will get some diminishing returns on it. But just for a long time, you can do this here. So and you can see right now I'm not even losing any Valor. And I really like this build when fighting behemoths, because the dash, of course, closes a lot of distance, and you can really kind of build that up. All right, now I'm going to start doing a few more dashes to help build meter faster. And I got to 122,000, but I totally forgot to use my lantern that whole time. So as you can see, it's it definitely helps here. Actually, let me see if I can. Start this over again and do some. Yeah, now I'm attacking so fast I don't even need to dash. And of course that'll wear off eventually and I'll have to start dashing. Nah, I did make a mistake in there at one point, and I didn't do the dash combos quick enough. But yeah, it's easy over 100k damage with this. I swear to God, I got up to 150 one time. I promise. But with that, I'm gonna get into an actual hunt here. So let's do a Blaze Eska really quick. And I try not to do heavy attacks with this build because typically the behemoths will move enough where they avoid it there. So just play around and wait for this escalation to pop up. Do. Now I'm curious to wonder what the actual times are on this. On how long I can keep this up. That time I got to 120 again. Wow, I'm starting to wonder how I got 150 that the last time I did this. All right, let's ready up here. On the toothpaste. Riding the toothpaste. What do we got first? A Cherog. This will be short work. Oh, actually I need to land that combo finisher. As soon as you get 3, you should always do your dash. That's a lot of damage. Ooh, I was not expecting that to go under him. But, you know, whatever. I know he's gonna What? I was totally ready to hit my special. Whatever. You ain't got to worry about that shit while you're in this mode. That's also a fun thing about this. If you get knocked down, the dash kind of animation cancels you out of getting up, so it's a much faster way to build up your meter, or just get back up and keep your DPS going. Also, on most escalations, you generate more than enough healing just from your passive 2.5%, assuming you're running discipline. Where are you going? Oh, I thought he was gonna... Ah, that was a horrible situation. Do. Oh, I rolled too early. What, he's doing it again? Nah, I really thought I was going to get a part break off that. And I don't want him to stomp me, so screw that noise. And typically, especially if you're fairly recent into it, you can build your meter back fairly quickly. Always make sure to hit the dead body if you're really low on Valor at the end of the fight to guarantee that you get back up to 6. Alright, here. Ooh, Spiteful Onslaught. Always love some extra critical hit rate with these high DPS builds. Oh, and we got a punching bag here. Try not to dash twice in a row without finishing your light combo, because that's just wasted Valor you're not building. Ow. Did that just break apart and then not stagger him? Come on. This is really just a mindless hit him in the face really quickly build. And I was managing my energy very poorly. I am not a sword main. Do not be discouraged by that. Yeah, I honestly shouldn't have even popped into ult again. He was almost dead. Yeah, he took me down to half-life and I filled it back up in like a couple seconds. He hit me a lot and I just didn't care. Oh, really? Come on. Whoa, that is not the direction I wanted to go with that. When he's doing his eye lasers, if you sit right in between his legs there in front, he won't hit you. Come on, Karabak. Jeez. These guys are both being dodgy little buggers. And this build doesn't do as well against really dodgy behemoths that run all over the place unless you're booping them, so do try to boop them when you can. Ah! And watch for that, because that is something that's going to happen fairly frequently if you mindlessly mash the attack button, is you're just going to dash right underneath them, and that's not fun. God dang it, I did it again. Again, not a sword main, and I died because... That's... Come on! And he's in the air again. Jesus Christ, he jumps every time I dash. I hate phalanx. I really miss when you were unstaggerable during that. That was the best. Alright. Let's go have fun with the monkey. I'll take full throttle. That's pretty good. And I got Torg Endurance, so I can mount him if I so choose. In fact, I don't think I've ever tried mounting while I have Valiant Overdrive up. I wonder how that even works. So let's try to do that if that turns into a thing. Ah! There we go. Oh, there we go. I guess we're about to find out. Wow, it actually does not generate Valor. That's stupid. Let's go, buddy. Ah, I jumped too early. Wow, and he actually smacked me right out of the air. I don't think I've ever seen him do that before. I knew he was about to go climb anyway soon. I was just about to say something about it. So if you stand in the middle when he does this and dodge the initial one, you can counterpunch the second one. Or the shockwave, I guess. Come on, buddy. He's gonna put lava gauntlets on. There we go, and he's toast. I actually had a window to counterpunch him there a little bit ago. So that's the build. I am definitely not a sword main, so if you play sword frequently, you will definitely do a lot better with this build. But I hope you guys have fun with it, and with that, I will catch you guys later.